Hey guys, it's Eric and Karina.
And HR.
And Casper the Friendly Jew. It's Halloween.
And welcome back to the Late Podcast. The law according to Eric.
Casper.
The Jewish Casper.
There you go. That's right. Casper the Friendly Jew.
Are Jews friendly?
Well, Casper is. Because, don't forget, Casper was the friendly ghost.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So, for me, Casper's a friendly Jew.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Well, happy Halloween, guys. It is Halloween as we're recording this as well. So.
That's right. But so we're gonna do everyone a solid, and we're gonna try really hard to drop this before the end of the day today, Thursday, on Halloween Day,
right?
Instead of tomorrow. So because this is a special spooky Halloween episode.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So.
And we have HR back.
Woohoo!
Happy to be here. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry I missed the obscure medical traumas things. I had a cow story to tell.
Wow.
So I was gonna say, before we jump into the spooky story episode, I really think HR deserves a chance to give us her story.
Yeah.
Wasn't her fault she couldn't make it that day. So I can't remember what was going on, but there was something. So, I know why. I had to be in court really early in San Bernardino, like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Mm-hmm. And it was just, and she would have had to like hang with me like, all day. Yeah. So just take the day off and, we'll come back, so. All right, so go ahead. So, HR, without further ado, tell us your story about Bessie.
Exciting cow story. Yeah. So, you don't think of cows as being dangerous animals, right? I mean, they just kind of like stand there and like chew their cud. And
well, are you talking about real cows, or are you talking about the kind of women you marry that become
oh my God,
like big and dangerous? Okay, sorry. Never mind. My bad.
Anywho. So I think my daughter was 4, and we were at some sort of something where there were cows in a field. It must have been like a kid's thing, and the cow was cute. I think it was actually like a calf, or like a calf and a big giant cow. And I was standing next to it, and I didn't really think anything of it, but the cow just casually stepped back onto my foot. Yeah.
The fucking hoof, like whatever.
That hurt
cow foot, whatever. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Cows are like a good they're like 800 pounds or whatever. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it hurt. And I had just gone through a round of in vitro. So I refused to have an x-ray. I womaned up and I just dealt with the pain, and it was like,
how did you get it off of your foot?
The cow? I don't remember that part, but fortunately it was not on my foot for long.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you push that away? I'm like, what kind of heavy?
Hey, listen, you don't need a long time for damage to be done. Listen, that jellyfish hung my brother for like 3 seconds.
Exactly.
He lost half his nipple.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if the salt water of the Mediterranean like crusted it over and preserved it.
Maybe.
So there's like a little bit of like a nipple floating in the sea, like out in Israel somewhere.
Yep.
Can I jump in really quick with one thing?
Okay.
Thank you. Before we start today's episode, I just want to say Halloween, honestly, used to be one of my very favorite holidays. I mean, when I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
For an early 20, like a guy in his early 20s, a young 20-year-old, that's the only day of the year where women can dress like fucking porn stars everywhere they go, and it's completely okay.
It kind of was.
No.
Kind of was the Mean Girls
the sluttiest, nastiest, bar hoppiest get-ups are on proud display on Halloween, and it's completely okay. Yeah. And me and every buddy of mine would be like, that would be the day. We would just hang out and watch. We just watch people.
Oh, we saw some at our apartment the other night. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. That wasn't, no, she was like, the old saying, she was like good from afar, but far from good.
Oh.
Well, I'm saying.
Let's get started. All
right.
So this episode, I pulled together just stories of what would like you do in that situation, and then it might be also. So we're gonna go back and forth between those.
Oh, old school.
Yeah.
We haven't done an episode like that in a while.
Mm-hmm. So the first one is called Haunting or a Witch, and that one was gonna be what would you do in this situation?
All right. Okay.
I recently just moved out of a house that I rented for 6 years and into a house my partner and I just bought with our 2 daughters. Everything has been going great in this new home, and I made a point to sage, cleanse, and protect this house before even moving anything into it after the experiences of our last home. Everything has been going great, and all of us have expressed that have expressed have never felt. She doesn't know how to write, but she's never felt this well rested since moving a month ago. Right. Now going back to this previous home, from the start of this old home, things felt pretty off. My youngest, 10 years old, would sleepwalk and do odd things in her sleep, while my 14-year-old would oversleep, but constantly wake up and was always incredibly crabby. Since moving, she's the complete opposite.
Well, that's just a teenage girl.
Right,
That's moving.
Yeah.
You
The sleepwalking might be an issue, but hey. Now, as far as I go, at this house, I was struggling hard with very consistent sleep paralysis. It was always the same figure, either standing over me or staring at me from my doorway. This figure was a tall woman in a black Victorian-style dress, and I was never able to make out her face as she had a black veil over it. And I was honestly always too scared to look at her face. One time, I woke up unable to move or get words out, just moans as I was trying to wake my partner for help. There was a giant yellow serpent slithering over my body, starting at my feet and slithered towards my face, and then went between the mattress and headboard to go under the bed. It felt incredibly real, but once I got my boyfriend's attention, he assured me it was just a dream. The weirdest part of it all is that whatever this figure was made a point to assure me that these things were not just dreams. Over these 6 years, I've had the exact sleep paralysis event happen 3 times. This Victorian woman would stand over my bed, gently take my hand, and stick my palm with something, leaving 5 small dots on my palm that actually pierced my skin. These marks would stick around for days. The craziest part, the last time was coincidentally the very last night we spent in that last house. Like I previously stated, my family is doing much better now, but I would love to hear everyone's thought on what you think this could have been or what you would have done if you wouldn't have moved from that old house.
I think the craziest part is that you stay there for 6 years.
I'm not staying there for 6 years. Something's piercing my hand.
God.
You wake up and for days after there's 6 dots on your hand.
I've moved for way stupider reasons. I mean,
Yeah. You'd move or you'd stay?
oh, fuck, I'd move. Of course I'd move. I mean, the serpents and witches and things piercing
Victorian
your
women.
skin and the Victorian bitch with a veil.
Yeah. Are you staying or are you moving?
Well, I think I have a slightly different
Okay.
approach. So, first thing Eric would do is Eric would try to have a chat with Black Veil Lucinda. I would. Like, yo,
Yeah.
ghostly, listen, Eric, listen, yo, ghostly Lucinda. I need my sleep. Okay. I got court in the morning. I got clients. I got kids. Okay. We got to come to some arrangement. You want to hover around, just do it between the hours of like 8:30 and 9:30, right? Something like that. Now, if that didn't work, okay, Eric would have boned the fuck out. Okay. I would have.
So Eric wouldn't have stayed for the 6 dots that kept popping up.
Okay. Not only would Eric have not stayed for the 6 dots, Eric would have left partner and her fucking kids in that house. Bye. This is where I'm moving. You're welcome to join me if you want.
Eric would be in the car calling you guys from the car. I'm leaving in the next minute.
He
Yeah,
would.
so
He would.
yeah.
He just bail and like leave me with all the packing.
And let me
he
tell
would.
you, and you know why it would be so easy? Because I don't keep a lot of shit. It doesn't matter to me.
He said he would leave everything there.
I would just-
Honestly, I'll buy new.
That's
We're
right.
good.
I know people make fun of me. You know what? You're right. I would buy all new shit. I don't give a shit. I would buy all new stuff.
Victorian bitch can have it.
That's right. Ghost Lucinda can have my couches and all that shit.
Even your partner, your kids.
All
you
of
can
it.
keep
She
them.
can keep them all. Sacrifice. That's right. Sacrifice one of those little kids if it makes her happy. Now, all jokes aside, the one thing that honestly did kind of come to mind, and this is probably because I watch a lot of like the house and the resident stuff.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there wasn't some kind of environmental toxin that caused delusions or hallucinations. It's weird that it's only happening at night in her dreams, but I don't know if that's maybe she's inhaling these toxins, like she's in one stationary place for a long period of time. It's and because it's seemingly affecting the other people, maybe not boyfriend, right? But he may have a bigger tolerance to it. I don't know. That's just a thought.
Yeah.
Especially if the kids are sleepwalking out of nowhere. Look, bitchy teenage girls. That anywhere they move, they'd have that. Okay.
Yeah,
that's not getting fixed, right? But I'm serious. I wonder if there wasn't something environmental, right? Or maybe in the water, like lead levels. I don't know. Something.
Maybe it could be.
But again, like when you wake up and you're like, "Yo, I got 6 fucking pierced dots on my hand."
That's the part. Yeah.
But
physical.
okay. And not that this has happened to me, but I know people. If you dream that you're taking a leak because your body really has to go, oftentimes, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if she wasn't doing that in her own sleep, like a form of sleepwalking. She wasn't injuring herself. She dreamt it because she was actually doing it. Just like when you actually pee, you dream you're peeing. right? And then she woke up and she's like, oh shit, what's this? And that's where I'm also thinking like maybe there's something else going on that's causing these hallucinations or delusions or something. I mean, I didn't mean to like take away from the fun of the story and get like real, but just saying, because that's a very odd constellation of things.
Yeah.
Right. Just to say look, maybe it really is a ghost. I kind of do believe in the afterlife and, spirits and, one's soul and all that. So you never know, but.
Oh, I fully believe. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I fully believe, but.
Are you into that brujeria or whatever?
No, but I believe in it.
What is the Honduran version of that?
There is none.
Oh, there is. You guys just kill people?
No.
Like, you don't call it something. You just take the machete out?
No.
Like, fuck it.
Right. No.
What are you talking about? Hondurans and the Salvadorians are the most savage. Everybody knows that. What, MS-13?
Yeah, they're all locked up.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
They're all locked up. No, I was like, they're all locked up. That's not Salvadorans.
All right.
All right. Any more thoughts?
No.
Yeah. All right. Next one then. Am I the asshole for making my daughter return a Halloween costume? My daughter, female 16, works an after-school job 5 days a week.
By the way, the fact that she's 16 is what's going to ultimately be the answer to this question, in my mind. But go ahead, because I got girl. I had 2 daughters.
Let me get those slutty.
That's what I'm saying. I bet. Okay. I'm in dad mode right now. I'm at my 16-year-old. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Her high school had a costume contest for Halloween. My daughter and her friends planned a group costume to enter. She went with her friends after school to buy the costumes. I picked her and her friends up from the store and they showed me their costumes. My daughter spent $80 on hers. I was pissed. That's a lot of money to spend on something you're only going to wear for a few hours.
I take it back. This is a Jennifer question. This is all HR.
Very irresponsible use of money. I told her as much in the car, and I told her it was ridiculous. I dropped her friends off, and I took her back to the store to return the costume and accessories. Her friends found someone else to take her place in the group, and they won the contest and an $100 Visa gift card to split. My daughter came home from school on Halloween upset. She claimed she had to sit and watch her friends have fun, and she missed out on everything. I pointed out to her after splitting the gift card, it would be way less than what she spent on the costume anyways, and it was only a few hours, but she didn't want to listen to reason. Now, a month later, she's still very moody and mostly ignoring me. My ex-husband told me I made her miss out and she works so much that and she already misses out on a lot of stuff with her friends. I could have let her have this one thing. But at the end of the day, I saved her $80. I was just trying to teach my daughter how to be responsible with money. She could have gotten a cheap costume, especially since she would have only worn it for a few hours. Am I the asshole?
You know what? I'm a really frugal person, and yes, you are the asshole. You are a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
That is really messed up.
No, the worst part is, this wasn't even her fucking money. This was her daughter's money.
It's her own money that she earned.
Yeah. And she was like, you know what? You're being very responsible with your money. I'm going to make you go and return it.
You know what's going to happen is when that girl is out of your house, she's going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Because she was under your thumb for so long.
Yeah. And $80 on a costume is not a lot. Costumes are fucking expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So, I think she's the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you're not homeless and that you have a roof over your head and food, and yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Just let the kid have fun. Exactly. She worked for it.
Exactly. Thoughts?
A couple real thoughts. So it definitely was not what I thought it was. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say to Tweety Bird Lucinda mom. Mm-hmm. You know why Tweety Bird?
Why?
Because you know what sound Tweety Bird makes?
Cheep, cheep.
Cheep, 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 cheep. Okay, so for cheapo Lucinda, she gets 4 dingleberries. Not only did she ruin her kid's Halloween, but by the way, that gift in the end would have been discounted by $25.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been 80, it would have been 55. Mm-hmm. Number one. Number two, all cheapo Lucinda did was scar her daughter.
Yep.
That is a humiliating thing for a child. Yeah. Kids want to fit in.
Yep.
They want to take part. This was a group effort. They all were on board. And nobody wants to be the one to be like, yo, my mom said no, it's too expensive.
Exactly. My mom made me return it.
And even if the purpose was really to teach a life lesson and not just being kind of cheap or whatever, kids don't get that.
No.
And this was not the right time to teach that lesson. There's lots of other ways, like I'm going to give you a certain set amount of allowance. You have to learn how to budget. If you want something, you have to save, whatever, right? Yeah. But the last thing you do is like fucking drive her back, force her to face the humiliation of returning the fucking costume.
And then having to tell her friends
that she can't do it. Right.
Yeah.
Then her friends fucking win. I mean,
replaced her.
Right.
And then won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she had to sit and watch.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
really
so
is. Like I felt her pain.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
Yeah.
So cheapo Lucinda gets 4 dingleberries, and I'm giving her a pretty solid 2 on the Feldman scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's a total 0 but it's pretty fucking shameless to like force your kid to go back and return her gift.
And she sees nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, maybe maybe a 1.
Yeah.
Like if she had some remorse, like
That's the thing.
yeah, she didn't give a fuck.
No, she gave no fucks.
Like fuck your friends, fuck your costume, fuck your school. That's right.
Doesn't matter.
When you're working hard, you need something to look forward to.
Exactly.
You know, you need some motivation to get up in the morning and do the grind. You got to have some fun in your life.
And then it's like, what the fuck is she working for? She can't even go have fun with her friends.
Right.
Yeah. No. Mom's an asshole, and she probably wasn't allowed to dress up for Halloween either as a kid.
By the way, my brother sent me a picture of my young nephew Micah in his Halloween costume, and he's dressed like kind of like a combination between an Afghan soldier and a Hitler Youth. I don't think they realize just quite how
we love Micah though.
Like devastating that outfit looks on him. Yes, it's great because he's still young enough to be innocent of all of it, and he has no fucking idea that he looks like a baby Nazi, but he does.
Did you tell them that?
He told me.
Oh, okay.
He was the one that pointed it out.
Oh.
I was like, no, he looks like one of those like Free Palestine guys.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Hitler Youth, that fit pretty well too.
All right, next one.
Yes.
Okay. This one's another.
By the way, I'm sorry. Can I just for a second? That last one that we just did with Cheapo Mom, you know what that's almost like?
What is it almost like?
Almost like a cringy sister-in-law that will make her own child return a gift that she had to buy or a costume, but would make you buy it for her and make you feel guilty if you don't. It's almost like that.
Did that really happen?
I bet you did. I don't know, but,
okay,
you know what? There's a 70-30 chance it did. Like I'd lay odds on it.
You're right.
Right? I'd make that bet.
Yeah, you're right. So hey, all right, next one. This is another. What would you guys do?
I'm the only one on the game today.
All right. Title is My Boyfriend's Sleep Paralysis. It's a story about that. So it says, I, 20 female, have been with my boyfriend, 22 male, for over 5 years now. One time last year, he told me he had experienced sleep paralysis again. And
how many years?
5.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 25 for a second. No. Like at some point, pull the trigger and get married, right? But okay.
She's only 20.
Oh, I didn't understand. I thought she said 25. Okay, whatever.
No. His experience.
Hold on. She's 20 and she's 22. With the brother for 5 years?
Yeah.
So she was 15 and he was 17 when he was starting to hit it and quit it.
Like when they started dating, sure. Yeah.
Whatever. No, that's not what it means. Okay. All right. I understand. There's a lot of statutory rape that people confess to without even realizing they're confessing to it. Just saying. Yeah. Like my PSA for this week to the Reddit listeners, please don't confess to statutory rape. Like do yourselves a favor.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be like, yo, my girlfriend 19 hooked up together. You know, I hooked up the first time 6 years ago. And then, like, do you think nobody can figure out 19 minus
age,
6?
Exactly.
Right?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So this was
my bad.
Experience.
I'm a little loopy today. I'm a little loopy today because I've had an incredibly stressful week with clients. And we will do an episode on these 2 cases that we've been dealing with this week. Just right. But just thank God things kind of like finalized today and the rest will be Monday, not tomorrow because the courts are fucking closed because the Dodgers. Believe it or not, all downtown Los Angeles courtrooms are closed. Courthouses are closed tomorrow. If you're facing an emergency eviction, if your family's about to be on the street, step aside. Fucking Dodger parade's more important, right? But okay.
The Dodgers won.
All right. Can you tell I don't really watch baseball?
I can tell.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, sorry. So that was the PSA. Also, I'm a little loopy, so I may bounce around like I've been doing. Like now I'm noticing it. Fuck, am I doing it a lot? Like the back and forth? Did I tell you about this brunch we're going to Sunday?
Yeah.
Smokehouse. This restaurant looks so good. I can't wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep doing it. I know.
So this is the story, his sleep paralysis story. He was aware and awake, but wasn't able to move or say anything. Like his lips were glued together. He said he tried to scream my name to wake me up so I could help him, but nothing ever came out of his mouth. He also mentioned that he kept seeing in one of the corners of the room a big black shadow that made him feel nauseous. He eventually got out of it and went back to bed. The next day, I was still there, and he asked me to stay with him that night as well, in case something happened again, because he's starting to get a bit scared. I tried to stay awake in case something happened, but I immediately fell asleep. So, this is how I was woken up in the middle of the night. I heard some sounds and immediately opened my eyes. Here was my boyfriend laying on his side with his back to me, resting his head on one hand and saying random shit in a language I have never, ever heard before. Looking at the exact same corner that he mentioned about when he had the sleep paralysis. The weirdest thing is that it seemed like he was having an actual conversation. He would talk and then stop, like if someone was answering. And then he would talk again and so on. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And called his name. He immediately stopped talking and the heaviest silence filled the room for what seemed like an eternity. Then he started hysterically laughing. The scariest laugh I've ever heard in my life. It wasn't even his laugh. Next thing I know, he literally falls back asleep and starts snoring. I froze, not knowing what to do, and also not wanting to wake him up. I just stayed there, waiting for the dawn while crying. Next day, I told him about what happened, and he didn't remember any of it. He felt very sorry for what he put me through, although it wasn't really his fault. We told his mate what happened as well, and that made him share his experience from that same night. Apparently, he had the worst nightmare, where he felt like he was literally glued to the bed, forced to stare in the eyes of a dark figure in the corner of his room as well. He said he literally tried to scream for help and asked if we heard anything. I did not. Then, he woke up at the same time, which was around 3 a.m. I then asked if he heard my boyfriend's hysterical laughter, and he also said no.
Clearly, there's some invasion of the poltergeist there.
Right? You need a priest. Some holy water in that bitch, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis?
No.
No. Oh, have you?
I have. I remember that as a kid, and it is terrifying.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
And you know the weirdest part is, we all see the same fucking person, but it's like, how can that be? Because I've had sleep paralysis multiple times. I think the worst, I've had it 3 times in one night. So, and it's like, and it's the same person, and any person I talk to that has had sleep paralysis, same person.
So you know what I can't get past? Bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one part in the description where he was saying like he felt like his lips were glued shut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know about our audience, 8,000 plus, or anybody else, but that's just my luck. If my girl gets sleep paralysis right next to me, last thing I want is for her fucking lips to be shut. Like so, like she can't open, you know? And then I wonder which lips he's talking about.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, because at that point it's like no resistance. Like
no,
you
the porn episode.
Oh.
This is the scary episode.
I don't know.
In sleep paralysis, you can't speak. So like, even if you try, you can't move, you can't speak. That's the whole thing. Like, you can feel yourself trying to speak, and yell, you just can't.
You're paralyzed.
You're paralyzed. All you can move really is your eyes. You can't move
I understand that. So basically, Jewish men have been married to sleep paralysis women for decades.
There he goes.
Right? Because that's the Jewish American princess way. Just don't move, no mouths don't open, no sound.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is weird as fuck. I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's no.
What would you do?
I don't know.
That's
nothing. I would get psychological help because
No, but if it wasn't you, this is your partner.
I would make my partner get psychological help because all I know is it's going to wake me up.
I might leave.
No,
really?
I might leave. I ain't gonna lie.
No.
I remember once in college, my roommate started talking in her sleep, and she started laughing, and I literally grabbed my stuff and I left, and I didn't come back at night until she was awake. Because I was like, I'm not staying in this fucking room. And I was like, if this ever fucking happens, I'm getting a new roommate.
Damn. I was just gonna say, like, it doesn't. I thought he said it happens like once every couple of years. Like it's they're quite sporadic.
Well, this was like same back to back.
Yeah,
That's
but so if it happened every night, right, and I couldn't sleep, then I would definitely push her to get some kind of help. You can do a sleep lab also, like, sleep study. Maybe there's apnea or something else going on, causing oxygen deprivation that may make you hallucinate. I don't know the causes. I'm just saying.
Right.
I have no background in this. Yeah. Right. But I mean, I wouldn't break up with someone over it unless it was like they wouldn't get help. That to me, no, look, I know you're like kind of think it's funny, but I'm being serious.
No, I understand.
That's kind of like a breaking point to me. If something is happening that you can't control, right? I can't hold you responsible for that. And I would never break up with somebody over something that's not their fault. But if they refuse to get help for it, right? That's where I think we start to get into problems. Assuming it's something that they believe they need help with.
Right.
Like, in other words, I wouldn't be like, I think you need help, and if you don't, no.
Right.
Like Lucinda, recognize this is a problem, and boyfriend Billy here will help you through it. But for both of our sakes, especially mine, we need to get past this.
No, right? She's strong though. Once he started laughing, I would have punched him or something. Like, I would have been so scared. I would have had to just or wake him up or something. I'd be like, no, we're not gonna do this laughter. No, laughter in the middle of the night. Fuck no. No.
Yeah, like having visions like Pennywise or whatever, like the.
Yeah, no laughter in the middle of the night. That's I don't do that.
There's a whole thing like with clowns,
right?
Where like there's it's almost like 50-50. You either think clowns are adorable or you're fucking petrified of them. I've known more than one people. Even I've known some adults that to this day could never get over the fear of clowns as they were kids, and will like. If like there's a clown at like a birthday party, like when Matthew was little, we used to go to like his friends' birthdays. There was a clown. There was one parent, like friend of mine, adult, that literally would have to leave till the clown was done.
Oh fuck!
So just saying.
All right. Well, next one. Title is: Am I the asshole for asking my friend to change her Halloween costume? I, 21 female, have been friends with a girl that I'll call Ellie, 21 female, since we were like 12. We were very close, but we are also very different.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't normally do this, but you're going to get a kick out of this. Hi, Eric. Wanted to introduce myself. My colleague Shannon has been working with Jennifer on the firm's evaluation of my case. As we are approaching the end of the day, do you know if the firm is planning on moving forward with the offer presented? Like, these fucking people don't stop. I'm going to respond to this, okay, when we're done. I am going to respond.
Okay. How about I handle it?
No, I got this now.
Okay.
This is a dose of reality here.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, back to the story.
Okay.
We'll deal with that. She said, we're very different people. She loves going out, being with her friends, and going to clubs and getting drunk. While I like...
Who doesn't?
Her not. She says she likes being with her family and having chill nights with friends or going to brunch. That being said...
I like brunch.
Yeah, me too.
Did I tell you we're going to this place on Sunday?
Yeah.
The Smokehouse. It's this restaurant in Burbank.
I can't tell if you're doing this on purpose
Karina,
now.
do you have
What?
an ADHD?
Because you've told us this 3 times.
I'm sorry. It's been such a long... Look, I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm not... I promise it's not shtick. It's been such a long, draining, pressure-filled week. And the last episode didn't come out like across the way I'd hoped.
And neither is this one.
Well, I don't know. And there's just so much shit going on. I'm sorry. And I haven't been sleeping well. I'm serious. Like, I'm waking myself up like at 4 a.m. because I got a hearing the next morning. Like, it's just been like, this is literally my most goofy, loopy, sleep-deprived self. Sorry. We did have good in and out today, though.
We did.
That was my celebration lunch.
It was.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
She said, that being said, there's absolutely no judgment. She's in college, and it's absolutely normal for her to want to have fun. We were discussing our plans for Halloween, and she told me that she would love to do something together. I was planning on going trick-or-treating with my younger sister, 9 female, and she said she had planned on going clubbing with her friends. We both really wanted to spend Halloween together, so we decided on a compromise. She would come trick-or-treating with me and my sister, and then we'd go clubbing together. This was a while ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Sorry.
We also talked about what costumes to wear, and she told me she already had an idea of what she wanted to wear. I just told her nothing inappropriately, jokingly, and with the winking emoji. Well, yesterday she FaceTimed me to show me the outfit she had chosen. I'll try to describe it as well as I can. It's a dark red latex miniskirt and a dark red latex top that looks like a bra. And then the top and the bottom are sort of tied together. And then she has some sort of garters on her legs. I'm really not describing this well, but the best way I can explain it, it looks like what you would see on a porn video or a strip club. I'm not judging that. I'm just
Not
trying
at all. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Just trying to help for the picture, right?
Yeah, we couldn't have figured it out from the 10 words before all that, but okay.
She said it kind of just looks like sexy
judging.
underwear.
Right, no judging. We're not judging.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You go, girl.
She said she looked awesome, but I told her that her outfit wasn't really appropriate to trick-or-treat with children. I told her that it was amazing for the club, but maybe not around children and parents. She told me there was nothing inappropriate, that she was dressed like a devil, like many people/kids. I said that I felt like it wasn't very appropriate and asked if she could wear a different outfit to go trick-or-treating and then change at my house before going to the club. She got very mad at me and said that I was basically calling her a slut and that I was just jealous because I couldn't pull off this outfit and I wasn't as pretty as her. And I didn't want her to get more attention than I was. I barely replied because I don't really know what to say. I'm saying this again. I had no problem with the outfit itself, and it's not me trying to control what she can or can't wear. I'm just saying we're going to be surrounded by children, so it feels inappropriate. I don't necessarily feel like my request was unreasonable, but I can understand why it feels like that. Am I in the wrong here?
So you thought your sister looked like a whore.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Look. Was she being an asshole friend? Kind of. But I also get where she's coming from. Like, they're going trick-or-treating with little kids. Like that?
Yeah, it's a matter of like a time and a place.
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
Just a situation. Like, you wouldn't wear that to a kindergarten.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. She kind of has a point, but she also kind of is calling her friend a whore.
Tell her to like put a jacket on or something on top while she's with the kids.
Exactly.
She can take it off.
Exactly.
The club.
Exactly. But I get where she's coming from, so I guess not fully the asshole, but like kind of. That's where I stand.
But this really like this got dirty when the sister said like, "Oh, you're jealous. You can't pull this off."
Thoughts?
This is why Halloween was one of my favorite holidays when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All bloody costumes.
So many. Okay. And even as I was a young adult and I had little kids, Nothing beat sitting outside in the garage driveway, whatever, and just letting the people. And by the way, plenty of moms dress like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
not as slutty, but
Yeah.
it feels like preacher's daughter Lucinda might not really know what super slutty is.
Yeah.
Right. This may be a regular sort of sexy outfit, but that you can buy like at a Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And she's just too conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
And part of how she spells it out is I just like chilling, watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me that
She's a loser.
she is an uptight bitch. Just whatever. Right.
Doesn't hear though.
Oh no, I
Right.
judge.
Yeah, right, but she's not right. Yeah. But preacher's daughter Lucinda is not judging slutty Lucinda in any way.
Right.
Right. So devil slut Lucinda, you go, girl.
You go, girl. You go,
whatever
Glen
the
Coco.
fuck you want. Okay, and trust me, lots of little kids are going to look up to you.
Exactly.
Then they're going to look up to preacher's daughter Lucinda and be like, "Yo, I want to be like devil Lucinda when I get older too."
Exactly. Little kids think that Devil Lucinda is the cool one.
That's right.
They definitely will. Little kids or little girls will be like, "Oh, she's so cool."
Without a doubt.
I want to go and be like
No.
frumpy.
No. So let me tell you. Okay. Yes, preacher's daughter Lucinda, you are the asshole. Okay, you didn't need to make your friend feel that bad.
Right.
Okay, and she's probably right that you probably just can't pull off the outfit.
Probably.
Right. And I bet you deep down, she's probably put shit like that on, like in her own room privately, just to kind of see how she
Tried
looks.
it on.
But I bet she kind of like comes out of the sides, you know. Preacher's
Let's
daughter
just say
Lucinda.
maybe she doesn't feel secure in what. In those
I'm
type
gonna
of
say, I
outfits.
bet you preacher's daughter Lucinda is fucking fat and doesn't look right in those outfits. Because look, I hate to say this, okay? Those outfits are not meant for everybody. And even if you wear them privately with your man or whatever, or your woman or whatever, that doesn't mean you wear them in public. Right? I'm serious. There's a code. Okay. So I am going to say this. Preacher's daughter Lucinda gets 3 dingleberries for slut shaming her friend who looks better than she does and assuming that she's going to ruin the youth of America by dressing that way. I will also say Preacher's daughter Lucinda gets a 7 on the Feldman scale. She's not really, it's not shameless. In fact, if anything, Devil Lucinda might be a lower rating for like letting it all out.
She's
like I don't care.
Trick or treating with little kids.
Right, but fuck them kids. I'm going to look.
Like, literally.
I
don't even say, like, I'm not even doing that.
Because I can tell you what, whore Lucinda is already at the club in her own mind.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck these kids. I'm looking good tonight, right?
Exactly.
I'm getting noticed.
Exactly.
That's why she's only getting a 7 on the Feldman scale.
Okay.
Right? Because you look good on her.
Okay.
All right.
Agreed. Okay. Next. This is a small one. Also, like, what would you do?
I don't have the energy to disagree today.
He has your energy. Yeah. He took your energy. All right.
Seriously, I'm sorry. I'm young. I'm telling you, I'm so. This is such an odd state to be in.
I know. All right. This one's called Spooky Story.
Oh, and the Dodgers one.
No, fuck the Dodgers.
I feel the same.
Sorry,
I'm serious. Bullshit. I have to go to fucking downtown LA Court Monday morning now at 8:30 because the fucking Dodger parade Friday tomorrow.
Exactly.
Tomorrow Friday.
Exactly. People were fucking yelling
Bullshit.
last night, doing all these fucking fireworks. Let me fucking go to sleep.
There was some minor looting, but not a lot.
Minor, yeah. All right. When I was 13, I woke up in the middle of the night. The hall light was still on, so I sat in my bed and looked out of my doorway, and there was a very tall, super skinny, completely black figure standing in my doorway. It was so tall that its head touched the top of the door. For context, I didn't really feel scared at all. I just quietly laid back down and went back to sleep. The next night, before I went to sleep, I hung my cheerleading uniform on my door handle because I had a game the next day. Well, when I woke up in the morning, the uniform was laying neatly next to my bed. I thought my brother was messing with me, so I asked him, and he had no idea what I was talking about. Same with my parents. So I have a guess of how it got there, but I guess we'll truly never know. At least the ghost.
That's the guess.
That the guy.
Oh.
Remember the guy she saw, and then the
right.
next night he folded her cheer uniform and put it on her bed so she could remember it.
He's neat.
He's neat. I was like,
I appreciate that in a ghost.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as long as they're neat, I feel like
do
it's
laundry
fine.
too.
Right. Is he a handyman? What do you do?
For me, it's handy Slenderman.
Exactly. He's neat. He folded her cheer uniform. He didn't like that it was on the door.
So I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about this buffet.
Oh my god!
With this brisket, and I checked. They have like a pasta bar and then like prime rib. What's the gist of this here?
She basically kept seeing like a little figure in her doorway, and then one day she had left her cheer uniform on her door, and when she woke up, it was nicely folded on her bed, and no one else did it. So she was like,
cheer uniform.
Yeah.
So she's between 13 and 23.
She was 13. Yeah.
Okay, so she's a high school freshman cheerleader or whatever. Okay, I think one of two things happened. Either she sleepwalked and folded it herself, or her fucking parents did it when she was asleep. And
she asked, and they were like, no.
Yeah, maybe they're fucking with her. 'Cause I do something like that. I'd be like, Dad.
Well, she saw the ghost.
She didn't see shit. She was dreaming. But I was just saying, she's like, Dad, did you fold my uniform? I'd be like, no, even though I did just to fuck with my kids. Like, I would do something like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, there's no way you would fold the uniform.
No, but I'm just saying, like...
the fucking part, yes, but not the folding part.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Paulina's back.
Oh, that's right. We have full staff.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter. This was like a throwaway one. There's nothing special about it.
Okay.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Listen, either there really is a ghost that, of all the things a ghost could do to you, he chose to fold your clothes.
I think that's what.
It sounds like a nice.
Exactly.
If that's the case, okay.
Jen was trying to figure out if one of them does laundry so she can bring them to your house.
No, you know what? That's a great question. But otherwise, it's just someone's messing with her.
Yeah, either that. Yeah. All right. Am I the asshole for not taking my children to a family party where my niece has chickenpox and I'm immunosuppressed?
No. You don't have to.
Your niece has chickenpox. I think that says it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you could have ended it there. Even if you have a fucking iron dome immune system.
Parent has
her sister.
Party? Oh my god.
Oh no, the party was her aunt. The chickenpox was her sister's kid.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, who fucking brings the chickenpox ridden kid to a party?
Exactly.
Like, that's the irresponsible thing.
Exactly.
All right. I mean, read it, but I don't know that we're going to have a lot to do on this one.
I am chronically ill, and the medication I'm on means I'm immunosuppressed, and I am much more vulnerable to catching illnesses and it being far more severe. My dad is also on the same medication. My father and I and my 2 children were due to go to a Halloween party this afternoon at my auntie's house for all the children in the family. However, my cousin informed us yesterday that her youngest daughter is developing a rash that looks like chickenpox. I video called her and saw the rash, and it looked quite bad, and I felt really bad for her. I asked if she had taken her to the doctor to have it confirmed, as she also said it looked like hand, foot, and mouth. She said no, because either way, it's going to clear. I asked if she was going to take her to the party, because if so, the 4 of us wouldn't be able to attend, and for her to let me know. She agreed and said that if she's still unwell, she could keep her home with her father and take the other 3 children to the party, so we could also attend. I said that maybe the best idea was taking her trick-or-treating or something, or because she could put the other people at risk, especially for the elderly, pregnant, or the sick. And she dismissed that and said, well, she won't be touching anyone, so it doesn't matter. I explained that chickenpox or other rashes that look similar could be passed in the air and are highly contagious, but she shrugged it off and we awkwardly ended the phone call. Today rolls around and both of my children are super excited to see the family, and I had to explain that I'm not sure if we could go due to the situation. I messaged my cousin and my auntie, and an hour later I got a response that she is still sick, but indeed is going. My children are very upset, and in all fairness, so am I, as I often feel excluded, especially with having to isolate myself away from illness. My sister replied that she's taking her as she's so excited for Halloween, which is understandable. She's 4, and I don't want to upset her or her mom, so I just stayed quiet and wished them a nice time. My auntie replied and said, if you have had it already, would the medication you are on make it more likely so you could catch it again? I'm just not sure of this sort of thing. I responded and I told her it could be dangerous for people like me and my father, and it just means we can't be around it. She replied and said she understood and that it was a shame that she couldn't come because of it. I found this frustrating and sent back a voice note explaining how isolated and excluded I was feeling and that I don't think she should be taking her and that my children are very upset with me now. I haven't heard any further responses from anyone, and now I'm feeling quite sad and unsure if I overreacted because of my personal opinions or whether they are being empathetic and unfair. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole. It's ridiculous to take a kid that either has chickenpox or hand, foot, and mouth disease to a party.
Exactly.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up even to take them trick-or-treating.
Yeah,
it's fucked up anyway. You keep them
yes.
home. You keep them home.
Of course it's disappointing, but what? You're going to put like hundreds of people in danger because you don't...
Exactly. All the elderly people, like she said, she has whatever condition it is. Her dad has this condition, and her cousin's like, no, well, my daughter's 4 and she's excited for Halloween, so she's going.
That's so irresponsible.
Literally.
I don't have a witty comment on this. I have an autoimmune disorder myself, and I have a compromised immune system.
Right.
And HR could tell you, if my ex-wife were here, she could tell you that even for me, even getting a common cold hits me like 2.5 times harder than anybody else, like than the normal person. Truly. So to the extent that I can avoid these situations, now, I'm not always responsible. Like, I know I have this condition, but I'll go to the World Series of Poker and sit with 6,000 people in a room with all sorts of germs and illness floating around and then come back with COVID. I mean, I've done...
you do every day.
Right. But for the most part, I'm pretty cognizant of it.
Yeah.
Chicken pox, even though there's a vaccine for it, can be fucking deadly to adults. especially if you have a compromised immune system.
Exactly.
So there's really nothing funny or cute about this fucking idiot.
She's 4.
I don't care how old she is.
Okay,
listen, 4-year-olds can bleed just like an adult. So if I'm getting sick,
4-year-olds touch everything.
I'm whipping little niece's ass.
If she got the kid immunized, they probably wouldn't have to.
Oh, that's another right. That's a different issue, and I agree.
That's why I was thinking like maybe it was hand, foot, and mouth, which is even worse.
I'm with you. So I will say this. I'm going to give Lucinda Ant, who has the sick kid, 5 dingleberries to even consider bringing a kid with chickenpox to a party with adults. Whether or not somebody has a compromised immune system, whether or not everybody else is vaccinated, why? It doesn't matter. Why take the kid out?
Exactly.
Why even expose the kid to potential issues for herself?
Like, it's gonna suck. She's gonna miss Halloween, but she's not healthy. So
so good.
Not healthy. So I think that was pretty.
Tri-tip array of beef, chicken, Mexican dishes, pasta prepared to order, Belgian waffles, breakfast, crepes, omelets made to order. Flan, cookies, croissants, a chocolate fountain, and more. I can't wait for this. Sorry, what?
No, we're waiting for you.
Okay, hit me.
Okay, next story. So this one is spooky or a coincidence. I went to college in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. There was not much to do at the school, and it was small, and it was a really dry campus. One day, my roommates and I were bored and feeling in the Halloween spirit, so we decided to make our own Ouija board, and out of a loose leaf paper and a piece of cardboard. Lastly, to set up the mood, the 3 of us sat in a circle with the lights off and a few candles. How they made a circle with 3 people beats me, but whatever. She said, of course, we set up my phone to record just in case. We would ask the generic questions like, is anyone here? What's your name? Etc., but nothing would happen. Until one of my roommates said, if something is here, show yourself. And suddenly, something in the closet moved. It sounded like someone was moving stuff around on top of the shelf. My roommate got scared and quickly ended our game. We decided to watch the video on my phone, and you could hear us asking questions. And by the 3rd time we asked, what's your name? We hear a whisper, and as we keep watching, clear as day, you hear the movement in the closet. Now, we were all scared and decided to Google the best way to dispose of a homemade Ouija board. Now, to give further context, the college I went to was a small Christian college, and it had 3 main parking lots. And these were the names: Hell, Purgatory, and Heaven. And they were named as of how far away they were from campus. Heaven was the one that was closest. Purgatory was like not far from campus, and Hell was the farthest. The Google search told us to rip up the board in 7 pieces and to bury it. Obviously, we did just that and figured Hell would be the best place to bury our makeshift board. We took the trek out to the parking lot in the middle of the night. There were only 2 street lamps on during this time, so we decided to walk away quickly, and we successfully planted the board. However, on the way back, I got chills and turned around, and I see this tall, skinny figure with the pointy hat just standing there at the end of the street. The figure was darker than the night. I told my other 2 roommates who all saw the same thing, and we all took off running. As I looked back again, it was gone. The rest of the night, there was no crazy incidents, and in the morning, I told my mom about what happened. The first thing she said to me when she picked up her phone was, "What did you do last night?" As I told her what I did, she got extremely angry with me. The same night my roommates and I did the Ouija board, my own mother, who lives in a different state and over 800 miles away, had a dream that I was sleeping between her and my dad, and this figure was trying to get to me. But in her dream, she was trying to yell, Jesus Christ, and couldn't get it out. My mom said she must have been yelling loudly because it woke up my dad. My dad even said he had to wake her up because it sounded like she was crying for help. Anyways, nothing really ever happened after that, only a few things here and there, but I've convinced myself that they're debunkable. But every time around this month of Halloween, I think of the story. I never really have gotten more people's theories, so I'm curious as to what others believe.
Oh, careful where you bury your Ouija board, I guess.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that Ouija board. It's fucking crazy. They sell that shit at Target. I saw that shit yesterday. The Ouija board is on sale at Target. Like, why is that on? People are stupid. People are stupid. I don't play with that shit.
I've actually never played with a Ouija board, not because I'm superstitious. I just find them dumb. Like, I just don't find it entertaining. I will tell you this: if what would Eric do? If Eric was in the middle of his poker game and some spirit was like bothering us, we would just ignore him. Okay, we're not ending our game early. We don't give a fuck.
Did you ask him to play?
Maybe if he had cash, hell, he might be better equipped than some of the players we actually have. Right?
Exactly.
But I mean, otherwise, look. A lot of these stories, I got to be honest, I wonder if some of these are like fan fiction writings where maybe they're like a little exaggerated and people are just kind of getting their creative writing skills a shot. But mostly I say that because I am a pretty firm non-believer in stuff like that. I'm not big on like ghosts and all that. I do believe in an afterlife. I do believe we have souls and spirits, and I do believe like in like angels in a sense, that kind of thing. But I'm not like into like the Ouija stuff, devils, evil ghosts, and headless horsemen and all that. I don't really buy into any of that. So this kind of thing. Now, I could easily see where a bunch of half drunk, half high college kids are like, "Yo, let's get out the Ouija board." And oh my God, do you hear that? And like they just convince each other because they're stoned.
Well, they recorded it on their phone.
Yeah, they didn't record shit. I know they say that, but if I don't see it, I don't believe it. Sorry.
Well, you're just a non-believer.
I'm just a lawyer. No,
I believe it.
I believe in facts. Show me, right? Until then, fuck off.
I don't know. I believe in shit like this. I really do. But at the same time, all of my family on my mom's side is very connected to the other side. So I actually truly believe this. I don't play with shit like this. I fully believe it. And people tell me I believe it, and I'm gonna leave it right where it's at. So I'm like, nope, I don't touch that shit. Spirits, nope.
So wait, did the mom see the same thing? Is that
the mom could basically see the mom in her like vision of her dream. He was sleeping in the middle because that figure was trying to get him, and that's why she was yelling. So that's why he was like, was it just weird or was it a coincidence? Like we saw the same thing.
That sounds a little bit more than coincidence.
Yeah, like it was just, it was. I feel like it was probably the same, that mother instinct. Yeah. All right, next one.
Yes.
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my cousin's kids come to my Halloween party because they ruined last year's party? I feel that. Fuck them kids. So last year, I, 21 female, hosted a Halloween party at my house. It was a mix of adults and a few kids because my cousin Jenna, 32 female, insisted on bringing her 2 kids, 6 male and 9 female, despite me saying it was mostly an adult event. I didn't want to cause drama, so I let her bring them. Well, it turned into a disaster. The kids were running around all night, knocking things over, messing with the decorations, and even breaking a few things.
I wonder if that had anything to do with a big fucking bowl of, sugary candy.
Well,
that I bet those kids plowed into.
Exactly.
Right, but okay.
The 6-year-old threw a tantrum when he didn't win a game, and the 9-year-old dumped candy all over the floor when she didn't like her costume. It was chaos. Several people left early because the vibe was just off with all the kid drama, and I didn't enjoy the party I had spent weeks planning. Well, this year, I'm planning another Halloween party, and I made it clear that it's adults only. I even put on the invitation that the event is 18+. Well, Jenna reached out a few days ago and asked if she could bring her kids again, saying that they had so much fun last year and that they would be better this time. I told her no and explained that last year was really stressful and this time I wanted just to be for adults. Jenna got really upset and said I was being mean by excluding her kids and that it wasn't fair to punish them for being kids. I explained again that I just want a different vibe this year. But she's still mad, saying I'm being rude and making her feel unwelcome. Now she's threatening not to come at all unless her kids are invited. I honestly don't even care if she comes. But some of my family thinks I'm being harsh, saying it's just a Halloween party and that I should let it go. My husband is 100% on my side, though he agrees that it's our party and we should set the rules. So, am I the asshole for telling her she can't bring her kids after what happened last year?
Yeah, Jenna's skills sound like spoiled brats.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like she's doing anything to help it. So, yeah, don't blame her at all. Have your party. Kid-free.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Fuck Jenna. Fuck them kids. And if they don't want to come, fuck all of them. The party's going to be better without Jenna and her fucking ass kids. Fucking hate kids.
I know. I don't disagree with a lot of what you're saying, except I don't think 21-year-old Lucinda is completely in the right. I'll tell you why. If she was not willing or able to put her foot down and say, yo, cousin Jay, Lucinda, whatever, you can't bring your kids. This is no kids at all. I'm sorry. Then she has to at least accept the consequences of saying, okay, fine, bring your kids. Otherwise, I would say no. If 32-year-old Lucinda just showed up with her kids and was like, I know you told me no kids, but I couldn't get a babysitter, and then this all happened, then I think she'd be way more justified in never inviting them again, saying fuck off.
Right.
But what she should have done in the beginning last time was say no kids, no matter what. I'm sorry.
Didn't know that.
You don't have to know.
Yeah.
You have to assume she knew their ages.
Yeah.
Right?
Not all kids are.
I get it. But if she was already saying, this is really just more for adults, she already was telling them.
Yeah.
She's trying to be nice. And
so that's okay. So, but then she can only blame herself for not taking us.
Make the same mistake this year.
Yeah.
I understand, but what I'm saying is she should have put her foot down before. Now her reaction is because it went sideways, right? And that's what's upsetting her. If she would have just not said, okay, look, all right, I'm just going to be nice, whatever. No, her instinct was to not let kids there. She should have stuck with it, right? That's all I'm saying. So to her now have this kind of wrath, no, she has to take some of the blame herself. Not saying she's completely guilty here and cousin with the kids is completely innocent, but there's some shared liability on both parts. This is not all about the one with the kids. That's all I'm saying. So having said that, and since it's my fucking podcast, I am going to give 32-year-old mom Lucinda 2.75 dingleberries for wanting to bring the kids again, right? And I'm going to give young 21-year-old Lucinda 1 dingleberry for not having the testicular fortitude, that means the balls, to say no kids, I don't care. And by the way, unless this was like a, quote, not adult party where we weren't going to have a bunch of devil Lucindas running around and a fucking bowl of jungle juice and maybe some weed and all that stuff, she should have absolutely said no fucking kids.
Right.
Right? Because what do you think is going to be at one of these parties where it's 99% adult?
Well, I think...
And that's my point. Mom Lucinda, the 32-year-old, she shouldn't have brought her kids anyway.
Exactly.
Because of that. But adult, 21-year-old slut Lucinda should have said, look, cuz, just so you understand, this is not a child-friendly event.
Well, she did.
No, she didn't. Wasn't clear enough. And she should have put her foot down. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I am going to give mom Lucinda 5 dingleberries. I think that she's being very entitled. And I think that she's, one, not parenting her kids correct. You just let her kids run around and do all that mess at a party. Yeah. You're not home. You're not your own home. I feel like you should control your kids if you're not in your own home. And I feel like her bringing her kids, it's like those people that call when you have like a kids-free wedding. Oh, but they're just my kids and this and that. And it's like, they might have made her feel bad enough to like, invite them. And that's why she did it. But I don't think really it's her fault. I just think she was kind of being nice about it. I also just feel like this time she decided to put her foot down. And if Jenna doesn't want to come, that's on her. So I give Jenna the mom 5. I don't give the other girl any dingleberries. I don't think she was wrong.
Yeah, I agree. She made a mistake once, but that doesn't mean she needs to repeat it.
Yeah.
And her sister, kind of, she had her chance and she blew it.
Exactly. All right, next one. I accidentally brought the spirit of a young girl into my family friend's house. Okay. Why are you making that face?
This could mean so many things, but go ahead.
I, at the time, 21 female, was dog sitting at a family friend's house while they were on vacation. I would sleep over at their house for the week with their dog every summer when they went away. This particular summer, I had birds following me everywhere. I'm talking about they would flock around my head, follow my car for miles. It was weird. While I was staying at their house, again, birds were diving towards when we were outside, flying into the windows. Well, the week goes by and the family comes home from the vacation. The next day, I got a text from the mom to the effect of, "Did you play with the Ouija board while you stayed here?" Very odd, considering I don't know this family super well, and I don't peg them as the paranoid kind. I was curious, so I walked over to their house to talk to the mom. Apparently, the night they came, the oldest son invited a friend over to play video games in their basement. All of a sudden, the TV shuts off, and then the son and the friend scream. They both saw clearly a reflection of a young girl when the TV shut off. They ran upstairs to tell the mom. The mom calmed down and blamed it on the nature of the video game they were playing and sleep deprivation. That night, their middle daughter, 11, gets up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. She turns on the light in the bathroom and sees the same young girl behind her in the mirror. Keep in mind, she hadn't even heard the story from her brothers. She screams and faints on the floor. The parents obviously wake up and tend to her. When the mom heard about seeing the girl in the mirror, she starts to really freak out. They eventually walk to put her back in her bedroom, and when they walk into the hallway, their dog is shaking in the corner. Above the dog, the hall light is flickering rapidly. Now, I totally believe dogs can sense spirits, and now the whole family is really freaking out. They all ended up sleeping in the parents' bed that night. The next day, she found the medium to come over and try to see if there's a spirit in this house. The medium basically confirmed from the moment she walked in that she could sense something. I had told the mom before they went on vacation about the birds following me and how odd it was. The medium told them that the spirit of a young girl was probably synced to me, and the birds are a protection from spirits. The family ended up having to have a priest come over to bless the house and spread holy water everywhere. They never had any issues after that, but to this day, I still have birds following me.
Okay. Can you sue someone for like inadvertently bringing a spirit into your house?
Can you?
No. You know what? Try. I mean, it'd be entertaining.
Imagine? It'd be like, she brought a fucking little girl spirit into my home. The birds would really freak me out. If birds were following me everywhere, it would really freak. Imagine birds were just hitting the window because we're in here.
Bombing you? Yeah, that would be kind of scary.
It's insane.
It's a little weird. I wonder if some of this is now like her own perception of that happening because she's freaked out.
Yeah, she's
because the human mind has ways of, you convince yourself of something and all of a sudden it's it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot to comment on. It's just kind of weird and kind of funny, but nothing special about it. I mean, I don't, not criticizing necessarily. I'm just saying it's not a lot to comment on.
All right, last one then.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for collecting a daddy tax from my kids' Halloween's haul?
No, you're not, pal. I used to do that all the time. Drive my fucking kids nuts. But why do they get to keep all the good shit? We got to walk with them. We got to hold their fucking hands. We got to carry their fucking candy bags.
Did you read it?
No, but I'm just saying. I know exactly. It's exactly right. Okay. Okay. And when they
submitted,
stole your kids' candy.
I didn't steal shit. I paid myself. I compensated myself for the time. And trust me, adults and kids don't like the same candy for the most part. Okay, so the shit like my kids would like, they wanted like the gummy worms, right? They didn't want the little fucking Hershey bar, right? I didn't care. So that's like, think of it like this. I aided in the not wasting of candy, right? But I'm sorry, but go ahead. Okay. I mean, I think you already know where I'm going to fall on this, but.
I, 40 male, pay for my kids, 6-year-old twins and a 5-year-old, costumes. I research and bring them to the best neighbors' houses that have full-size bars, and I provide protection to ensure they can fully enjoy their Halloween experience. All I ask is for them to kick up a portion of their earnings without me having to shake them down. The boss, my wife, says I have no right to take points, but they are great earners who have no business eating that much candy in the first place.
Okay, just before you finish, Billy Dad, who's writing this, you're a 5 dingleberry asshole for stealing from The Sopranos and The Godfather. The fucking references are not as cute as you think they are. You're still talking about your kids and candy. Okay, you're not fucking loan sharking on points. Okay, and you're talking to a lawyer that knows all about shit like this. So I already, you're 5
That's
dingleberries.
It. You just said somebody the asshole. That's
yes, you are. Not because you taxed your kids for candy. I think dads especially, you deserve a piece. Okay? You get a little taste of what your kids collect.
There you go.
The fact that you made it like you're Tony Soprano and you think this is funny, no, that was so annoying. 5 dingleberries and a solid 0 on the Feldman scale of shame for trying to write like Tony Soprano would write and coming across so douchey. Seriously, I hope that the one piece of candy that you did steal from your kid is the one with the razor blades in it. Right? That was the thing when we were little.
I know.
Right? Oh, they're still going on. Okay. Seriously, I hope that your kids get like apples and shit. And that's what you end up with. But whatever, they probably have enough candy anyway from school, whatever. But I'm just saying, okay, just because you did that, I don't care about taking candy. I care about like you trying to be more funny than you are. I don't know if you know this about me, but nothing triggers me more than obnoxious people that don't know they're not funny but think they're funny. I have a colleague, this other attorney, who's like that. He's so fucking obnoxious, and he's not funny at all, but he thinks he is, and he tries to be your BFF every time he texts me or whatever. And it takes every ounce of fucking wit I have to not just haul off on him every time. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just a little busy. I can't get to you right now. Whatever. So, pro tip, okay? You know what it's almost like?
What is it almost like?
It's almost like a cringy sister-in-law that thinks that her special brand of stories and humor are fun and adorable, especially when they come with her kid, but they're not. They're fucking annoying and obnoxious. It's like just like she is, right? But you have to persevere through all the stories. It's almost like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was only 2. Almost like that.
So do you think he's the asshole?
for what? For inappropriately using?
No, for taking
references.
No, for collecting the tax from the kids.
Collecting the tax. As long as it's something they didn't want, it's probably okay. But if he took something that they wanted, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I can see that. I see that. But at the same time, like, the kids don't need that much candy. But as long as it wasn't like one of like you said,
right,
that's the
like
one thing they wanted.
Do you think? I'm sorry. Do you think douchebag Billy Dad goes to his kids and he's like, "I'm gonna take away the things you love the most with these candies. I'm gonna take your favorite one." Like it's like a Godfather, like a Don, because that's what this guy I think so desperately wanted to live in a different time, right? Like when again, just as a public service announcement. People on Reddit, nobody fucking knows you, right? You're not going to get famous from this, right? You're not auditioning like to be a fucking comedy writer. Just write your fucking piece. Ask this is triggering.
This is triggering.
Ask the fucking worthless internet their opinion, right? From people you've never met and never will, and then move the fuck on. Okay? You're not writing a fucking comedy bit. I'm sorry.
You never tell us how to set someone off.
No.
Yeah.
Never can.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't think he's the asshole for that either. You cut us off before we even got our asshole things off.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's all it was like, had to squeeze hers in there right now. I also don't think he was the asshole for taking it, like Jen said, as long as the kids.
No.
It wasn't what the kids.
It's not about the candy.
So. It is, but that's what the question
I don't
asked.
care. Fuck the question. Dad is a 5 dingleberry for writing this way, and he's a solid 0 on the Feldman scale for thinking he's talented enough to write comedy, going to Reddit, asking a worthless, stupid question about fucking Halloween candy from his kids. Fuck you. I'm already tired and cranky and loopy. I didn't need this. Okay, I was reading about the buffet again, and this question came up and got me upset.
Okay. That's it.
Is that it for sure?
Yeah.
Really? No more?
No.
All right. Then
that
Hurricane. All right. Hurricane.
I was like, it was 10 stories.
You scared them off with your anger.
You should
scared the story.
You should see me in the courtroom.
From you like the burr.
You should see me in the courtroom. Did I ever tell you that story about the word ballin' in court? Okay. You ever hear? It's a true story. Then we'll wrap up. Okay. Because you triggered me by saying whatever.
Oh, I triggered you.
You ever hear the term ballin'? Like, wow,
Yes.
he's a baller or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
So my friend Todd, he's got his own podcast, and one of the people that would go on his show or would write on the forum would always end it with the word like ballin', right? Okay. So maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I'm in court, right? And we have to state our appearances, right? The first guy, Richard, whatever, for the plaintiff, like Eric Ben Tomicon for defendant. And I was just as a joke, I was like, ballin', like to the judge, like, haha, Judge stops. It's like, I'm sorry, counselor, what was that?
Oh, it made you repeat it.
Like, oh, fuck. I was like, no, it's nothing, Your Honor. No worry. He goes, no, please. It was inaudible. For the record, what did you say? I'm like, Your Honor, it really was unimportant. I was just, making light of something. He goes, no, counselor, I said, okay. I said ballin'. And then he looks at me and goes, could you spell that? Ballin with an emphasis on the N. Ballin'. He goes, well, counselor, what's that refer to? And now at this point, I think I know he's fucking with me, right? And he's watching me like start to melt.
Oh my
right
God.
in front of him. And I was like, it was just a foolish attempt at being, a little lighthearted, and it just sort of emphasizes my presence in the court. So he kind of looks at me and goes, noted. And then we moved on. Wow. So
never did that again.
Yeah. The real baller was the judge.
on that one, for sure. Yeah.
The real baller was the judge in that one.
Right.
For
Fucking
sure.
Maximum Ralph or whatever that judge was. Yeah, he wasn't. So, okay. So, by the way, do we know what our next one's going to be? Are we giving sneak peek? Are we going to do the Diddy conspiracies? I think we should. I think we just have to be tasteful. There's so much new shit coming out. And to be honest, my brother really wants to do that one with us.
I don't know what we could pull for that. I don't know how we'd do that one.
I don't know. We have to think about it more.
Okay.
And then we had a couple other good possible ones. I can't remember them now. But you know what? Next week will just be a surprise.
Okay.
Oh, next week I get to pick, right?
Yeah,
no, I did Sister. Oh, yeah, that's right. We did Obscure Injuries was HR. Okay. All right. I'll try to find a good one.
Okay.
So, Hurricane.
Yes.
Tell them where they can. Wait, tell them where we're hiding. It's Halloween, right? Hide and seek. Like that?
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at The Bentomic Confirm and our podcast Instagram at The Late Podcast. You can visit our Twitter and TikTok at Bentomic Confirm. You can visit our website at eblawfirm.us, or you can email us at info@eblawfirm.us. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.